Journaling has become an essential part of my daily routine, and I think it should be a part of everyone's routine. And with so many different ways of journaling out there, it could be finding a hard one that fits in with our busy lifestyles. That's why I really like the 5 Minute Journal by Intelligent Change. It's a simple journal which only takes about 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening to fill out. It makes you think about what you're grateful for and how you could improve upon your day. Intelligent Change gives you two options for using the 5 Minute Journal. That's with this physical journal right here and a nifty little app that they've got. I talk about the 5 Minute Journal, what it is and how it's had an impact on my life in a previous video I made, and you can watch that by clicking up here somewhere, or I'll leave it in the description down below. And these will be my thoughts on both the physical journal and the app. And I must extend a thank you to the people at Intelligent Change for providing me with the journal and premium lifetime access to the app. And if you're watching, I do have my eye on your productivity planner. We live in a very digital age, so I think the best place to start would be with the app. Now, at the time of writing this, my current streak of using this is 66 days. So yeah, I started writing this a while ago. But you can see from this streak that clearly I'm enjoying it, and I'm finding it a lot better to use than the free one that I made in Notion. The 5 Minute Journal makes it so easy to jump into writing the entry for the day, and the first thing that pops up is an inspirational quote to get your motivational juices flowing, which you can choose to share wherever you like. I tend to share them on my Instagram stories. And then it'll ask you how you're feeling. You can turn this feature off if you don't want to log your mood every morning and evening, but I like to keep it on, even though I do seem to have a bug in my app, which I'll come to in a bit. But then, boom! You're straight into writing 3 things you're grateful for. As soon as you start typing, you'll see it will number the entries to keep the list nice and neat. And once you've started writing something in there, the big yellow arrow will appear at the bottom, which means you can then move on to the next section when you're finished. Which the next section will ask you what you intend to achieve that day. And I like the little hints that they give you at the top, like keep these small and achievable so you actually go out and finish them. It's just a nice little reminder to not overcomplicate the tasks in your life and set unrealistic expectations. From here we have the daily affirmations, and I think this is one of the most important steps. For quite a while I was writing in here, I am confident. Now I write that less and less. I have mentioned this in a previous video. Because since doing that, I've actually become a lot more confident. So do not dismiss this step. You're then done until the evening. You can set reminders for the times that you want it to tell you to do it each morning and evening, and I like to set mine at 6 AM and 10 PM. Now, I don't necessarily do it strictly at those times. I don't drop everything that I'm doing at the time just to go fill it in. I'll wait until I got 5 minutes in my morning or evening routine, but I'll make sure the notification just stays there so I know to do it. Again, it'll ask you your current mood and your highlights for the day. And the highlights don't necessarily need to be if you've achieved the things that you set out to in the morning, though mine most of the time are. They can be something as simple as just like, oh, I had a really nice cup of coffee today. What's great is that if you go into the settings of the app, you have the option to add your own section. If you've seen my first video about gratitude journaling, which I'll leave up here and down there for you, you'll know that in the Notion template I made, I included a section for photo of the day. I like the idea of being able to capture something each day to look back on and remember some happy times. Whether it's a selfie because you was feeling particularly body confident that day, or if it's just a picture of your cat because it was particularly cute. I'm extremely pleased that I had the option of being able to do this in the app. Though this doesn't have to be a photo of the day, it could be whatever you want, and I will show you exactly how to do that in just a tick. At the end of it all, you'll be shown your current streak, and once you get going, you really don't want to break the streak. I've had this streak going for way longer than I ever did with the Notion template I was using. But that's where the app comes in clutch with its insights. Insights show you things like your mood over time, and this is where that bug I mentioned comes into effect. You see, here it's showing that my weekly mood has been like, meh, okay. And I know for a fact that's not the case because the vast majority of days I put that I'm feeling good. I genuinely feel good every day, so it's quite annoying that the insights are showing that I'm ambivalent, so to speak. Further down, you'll see the most frequent words used in your entries. My son pops up a lot. In fact, the words that I'm using here haven't really changed at all since I started using it, and I'm pretty sure I'm not writing the same things every day, so I don't know if I'm just writing a lot of similar things or if there's a bug here as well. I'm not actually too sure. Anyway, next is your streak, and I like that it shows your current streak and your record. You receive stars after certain milestones, and I think that's a really good incentive to keep you coming back to, well, keep doing it. I'm genuinely looking forward to hitting 100 entries. At the bottom here it tells you how many entries have videos or photos attached, and I really want this number to go up since I added a photo of the day section, which we are getting to. It makes sense that I have 0 entries for the previous year because I've only been using this app for however many days it says. I was writing this before recording and there's quite a gap between, so the number is different. But anyway, I have no idea why days journaling, total entries and my streak are different numbers because I haven't missed a day since doing it, so I'm not sure why they're different. It seems a bit odd, but unfortunately it doesn't give you any more information if you tap on them. The gallery at the bottom is exactly what you would expect. It's all the photos or videos that you've included in your journal entries. So it's nice that it puts it all in one place for you to scroll through and look at. Finally, we are brought to the settings page. You can change your personal details in here and your subscription, and you can see that my subscription runs out in about 200 years. So thanks again to Intelligent Change. I will be renewing that when I'm still alive and kicking because my brain has been put into a robot body. And you can export all of your entries to a PDF in a zip file and do with that what you will. It's nice that they give you the option to do that. Preferences. Now we're at the juicy bit. The timeline just gives you the option to keep random pop-ups for gratitude research and on this day, which will show you a pop-up of a previous entry that you've made, which is really nice, especially if you've got a picture attached. It's nice to have just a random reminder just pop up like, oh, 20 days ago, this happened. I don't know, you went to the fair with your child. It was a good day. It's nice to see that pop up from time to time. Writing in media is where the app can show you hints in the journal elaborating on what that section's asking for you. This is really great for newcomers if you're like really new to the app or the concept of the 5-minute journal. But once you've been using it for a while, you could probably turn this off if you want. You can save all the gallery media to your phone, though I tend to take photos from my phone and upload them to the app rather than the other way around. So for me, I have this switched off. But it is nice that it's got the option for you to take photos within the app and then it will save it to your phone. And lastly here, you've got text suggestions, which when writing an entry, it will show you options at the bottom to get you started. And I've used this quite a lot, especially with the affirmations. It's nice that those options are there, and like I said, I use them quite often. It is good that it gives you the option to add in your own, so if there's something that you write particularly often, put it in there, and then it makes it a lot quicker when it comes to actually writing the entries. Journal sections is pretty self-explanatory. It's where you can toggle on and off all the different sections that are in the journal, and personally, I don't think any of them should be turned off because they all work together in harmony to make the process what it is. But the main thing I want to focus on here is the user section at the bottom where you can toggle on or off custom questions. As you can see, this is where I added photo of the day. Now, like I said, this could be anything you want. It doesn't have to be photo of the day. Whatever you like, but it is there. And I love that the option is there because it makes the experience of using this app so much better. The last thing I mentioned for the app is this part where you can tap to see the story behind the app. Or you can tap Shop Intelligent Change and go to their website and get yourself a nice fancy physical journal, just like this one. First things first, the quality of this journal is incredible. It's got a hard cover and it's all covered in fabric, and you can choose whichever colour you want, and I went with this beautiful green colour because it stands out on my bookshelf. Also on the front is some gold lettering, which tells you the name of this fine thing, and you've got the same gold lettering down the spine as well. Inside, before we get to the content, I just want to mention the quality of this paper. It is thick, and that is with 2 C's. This is high grade shit, and it just feels like such a premium product. It is definitely the most premium product on my bookshelf. Very reminiscent of school books here. The very first page gives you a like this book belongs to section. And you can see I haven't actually filled this out, and that's because I haven't filled out any of this because it is just way too nice to do anything with. It's too nice to write in. And I use the app anyway, so there's no real need, but it is so good. Flicking through a few more pages, you'll see that there's just inspirational quotes all over this book. And that's before you even get to the contents page. Oh yes, there is a contents page. And why is there a contents page, you might ask? That's because the very first few parts of this book just runs through exactly what this book is, what this journal is, how it works, why it's the way it is. It gives you everything you need to know, so you're prepared to actually go in and do the process properly. And it starts with 5 reasons why you'll love this journal. And they are: it's the simplest thing you can do to be happier. It's built on proven psychology. It's a journal for people who don't write journals. You know, most of the time we all say, oh, I don't have time to keep a journal. Well, not anymore. It's a snapshot of your positive experiences, and it's a commitment you can stick to. Now, this does elaborate on each part, so if you do want to read more about those, then just pick up a copy yourself and read through it. Then we have how it works, and I'm not going to go through all of this section because I've already made 2 videos on the subject, which, you know, I'll link in the usual places. Then we go on to basic principles, which talks about why the journal is set up the way it is and, you know, why you should be doing it in the morning and the evening. Then there's a bit that tells you about the weekly challenges, and these are thrown in randomly each week, and it's on a different day each week. And I have noticed they do the same in the app. Sometimes you won't get a quote, you'll get a weekly challenge. Although I found it's not every week. I don't seem to get a challenge every week. I don't know if, again, that may be a tiny bug, or I don't know what's going on there with the app, but you're supposed to get a weekly challenge, and they put it on a random day, and the weekly challenges are supposed to just get you to come out of your comfort zone a bit and just promote growth from within you, get you do something you wouldn't normally do. And we've got a commitment page for your commitment to the journal. They do give you an example, so you know, you're not just left in the dark. Now this is for you to commit to writing in the journal for 5 days in a row. And if you do it, you put down what reward you're going to give yourself, and if not, what you're going to give up. You know, the consequence of not committing or following through with your commitment. And I'm pretty sure that this section is mainly for newbies to the journal that haven't quite built that habit yet. And that is when we come to the accountability section, because it's all about ways that you can keep yourself accountable and, you know, keeping yourself in the habit of writing in the journal. And that's by immersing yourself in it. And that could be by watching videos like this one, setting up daily reminders, or reading some blogs. Once all the prerequisite stuff is done, here we are, page 36, the journal. And this is where you begin your amazing journey, one that has drastically improved my happiness. You know how to do the rest. The care and attention that's gone into these products is amazing. How the physical journal feels so premium with its fabric cover and its high quality paper. All the information in the beginning pages telling you why it's set up the way it is and how to really do it properly is a great addition for newbies and just long-time users that may need a reminder from time to time. It is a gorgeous item for my bookshelf. The app, though it has some minor bugs, and I mean very minor, minuscule in fact, it's still a great digital solution to the physical journal. I love the fact that you can create custom sections, which allows me to have the photo of the day, which is something that I can't do in the physical journal. It's a great app. Though it would be nice to have the sections which are in the start of the physical journal, which tells you basically how it works and why it is the way it is. I couldn't seem to find that in the app, so I think it would be nice for it to be there. Either way, Intelligent Change has a great solution to people that want either physical or digital, and I can't recommend them enough. If you want to start a journal but feel like you don't have time, then this is your answer. If you want to try and improve your happiness by practicing gratitude, then this is your answer. If you already journal but feel like you want to experiment and try a more guided experience, this is your answer. Thanks again to Intelligent Change for providing me with both types of journals. I'm very grateful. And if you enjoyed this video, you may also enjoy my video talking about the book that made me more disciplined, and you can see that right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.